So, God created the beautiful heaven and earth and then created humankind and placed them in a beautiful garden called Eden. The peace, beauty, and harmony in the Garden of Eden were to be short-lived. The sinless perfection in which Adam and Eve lived was soon lost through disobedience to their loving Heavenly Father, who had wanted to do only good to them. In the cool of the day, God would come down and walk and talk with these people He had made. He enjoyed their friendship, and they had sweet communion together. As soon as God had man set in a beautiful world, Satan came to spoil it all. God had given them only one commandment to obey. God had promised to punish them if they did not obey. Satan now came to Eve in the form of a serpent, and asked, "Hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?" Satan knew what God had forbidden, but asked the question in order to put a little doubt into the mind of Eve. Eve answered unhesitatingly, "Of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die." Satan twisted the reason that God had given. God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Some might say that again Satan spoke the truth, for Adam and Eve did not die physically that day. But they did die spiritually, and were driven out of the garden where they had had fellowship with God. Eve took one step at a time. First she listened. Then she looked, and saw that the tree was pleasant to the eyes. Satan will come to tempt us, and if we listen, soon we will be looking at what he shows us, and we may think it looks good. Adam and Eve hid that evening when God came to talk with them. Satan had made their eating of the tree sound so innocent. But they had broken the commandment of God, and immediately they felt guilty. They knew they had done wrong. That one disobedience plunged the whole human race into sin. When Adam was accused of his crime, he immediately began to make excuses. Eve, the woman God had given him, had offered him the food, so he had eaten. Eve then turned round to accuse the serpent of the cause of their disobedience. All nature was cursed, through Adam's sin. The serpent that Satan used as his channel was cursed above other animals. Satan and man were to be perpetual enemies from that time on. Thistles and thorns would grow to hinder food-giving plants. Hereafter Adam would have to work hard for his living. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread. Still the mercy of God was present. He promised that a Redeemer would come who would bruise the head of the serpent. This was the first prophecy concerning the coming of Jesus, through whose death we all may be saved. Adam and Eve had tried to cover their shame and nakedness with fig leaves. But God killed some animals and made them coverings of skins, thus blood was shed for the first sin ever committed. To watch the full video, see comments section.